everyone, it's Hannah, and today I thought I would share with you my most anticipated releases of 2016. There are some great books coming out this year. I'm really excited about some of them, so I just wanted to share them with you, and maybe you can get some recommendations from this video. That would be awesome. If you want, you can also share your anticipated releases in the comments below. That would be awesome. So let's get started. The first book is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I read that last year when it came out and I loved it. It was fantastic. The expected release date for this book is May the 3rd. I don't want to tell you too much about it as it is the second book in the series, but it's about a girl called Feyre who, in A Court of Thorns and Roses, does something that brings her to this Fey world where she gets these powers eventually, and then in the second book evil kind of returns and she might be the only one who can save the world, basically. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for you, and it's a great series. I would definitely recommend picking it up. I can't wait to read the second book. The second book is by one of my favourite YouTubers, and that's Carrie Hill Fletcher, and it's called On the Other Side. The expected release date is July the 14th, so a little while until that one, about mid-year, but I'm super excited to read it. I read her first book, which was Everything I Know Now, which came out last year, was it? Yeah, last year, and I thought that was fantastic. I loved it, but that was a non-fiction book. This year she's bringing out a fiction book, so I'm really interested to know how her writing is in that and what kind of things she can come up with. All I know about this one is it's about a girl called Evie Snow who at the age of 82 dies in her sleep surrounded by her children and grandchildren. For Evie to open her door to heaven, basically, she has to have a light soul, but her soul at the minute is too heavy, so she has to get rid of these 3 secrets that she's been hiding for over 50 years. That's pretty much all I know. It sounds really good. I'm so excited to pick this one up. I can't wait for July. It needs to just hurry up. It is going to be fantastic, I hope, and I will let you know what I think of it when I've read it. The third book on my most anticipated list this year is The Crown by Kiera Cass. This is the 5th book in the Selection series. Sort of. It's classed as one series, but it's kind of like 3 books about one character, and then The Heir came out last year, which is about another character. So we've got the first 3 books, which are about America, and America is going through the selection process, and that involves her staying at Prince Maxon's castle, and Prince Maxon has to choose between all of the girls that are staying there, one of which of course being America. In The Heir, it's about America's daughter Eadlyn, and she's going through the selection process as well. But Eadlyn is trying to find herself a prince, so it's flipped the other way around. The second book to this story is coming out this year, and that is what The Crown is. I'm super excited to read it. I love the Selection series. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure, like I've said in previous videos. And yeah, I just can't wait to get my hands on it. The expected release date on this one is also May the 3rd, so it's not too long away. I've got a little bit of a wait, but hopefully it will be worth the wait. I am so excited to read this one. The 4th book on my list is The Blood Between Us by Zach Brewer. The estimated release date on this one is also May the 3rd, and it's about a boy called Adrian who is adopted, and he has a sister there called Grace. When their adopted parents, who are scientists, die in a lab fire, Grace and Adrian no longer have to see each other. They don't get along at all. Grace doesn't want anything to do with Adrian, but now because they don't have their parents, this just means that there is no reason why they have to see each other. But they do eventually get brought back together by having to go to the boarding school that their parents were teachers at. While there, Adrian realises that maybe Grace is hiding some secrets, so she's not being completely open with him about the parents, and maybe she knows more than he does, and he wants to find out. That's pretty much all I know, but I'm really excited to read it. I think it's going to be a fantastic read. I've not read anything by this author before, so I'm excited to get into a new author this year. That's always a really good thing to do. And yeah, that is pretty much all about that book. I am super excited to read it. And the final book on this list is called Unhooked by Lisa Maxwell. The expected release date on this one is February the 2nd, so we don't have long to wait at all. I am super excited about this one. This is about a girl called Gwen who has never really been able to call anywhere her home because her mother has this idea that they are constantly getting hunted down by monsters, so they are always moving around everywhere. This ends up bringing them to London, where Gwen's friend Olivia stays for the summer. Olivia and Gwen ended up getting kidnapped by these kind of shadowy creatures and taken to this world with lots of different other creatures and monsters and things at it. They then find out this is called Neverland, but it's not the Neverland we all love. It's not the normal Neverland or anything like that. It's all a bit messed up. So Gwen and Olivia have to try and find their way home, but while they're there they kind of lose who they are and kind of forget who they are really. They have to make a choice whether to trust the fairy tale hero that we all know or whether to trust the pirate that promises to keep them safe. Sounds so cool, so up my street. I absolutely love anything that is classed as a retelling or involves worlds from different stories, especially the likes of Neverland. I think that's amazing. So yeah, this is definitely one of my most exciting ones for this year, I think. I really can't wait, and I'll be picking it up hopefully as soon as it comes out, which is not long at all. So that is it for my most anticipated releases of 2016. I hope you've enjoyed it. If any of these are also your anticipated releases, let me know in the comments below. Like I said earlier, if you want to leave any of your anticipated releases below that haven't been mentioned, then by all means do. That would be brilliant, because that gives me some recommendations and everybody else some recommendations as well. And that is it for my video today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. Bye!